Good evening in Washington tonight. We have former governor of Massachusetts and presumptive Republican nominee for President of the United States, Mitt Romney. Nice to have you on the show, Mitt.
Thank you, Larry. It's nice to have me on the show. Do you ever die? You're older than dirt.
Mr. Romney, I am forever immortalized in CNN media and I will never die. Let's get to what we have come here tonight for in this interview. You are the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, and I, as well as the American people, would like to know nothing about you. We promise that these questions directed towards you, as well as every conservative pundit on this show, will be one-sided and biased.
Thank you, Larry. I look forward to possibly serving the American people by outsourcing their jobs and pretending to be someone better than our current president.
Mr. Romney, a large amount of Americans do not care about your intentions to be president and would not like to know more about your past and future aspirations as a potential nominee for president. Let's start by going through who you are, and where you came from to be where, and who you are today.
My beginnings are humble, with my father being the chairman and CEO of American Motors. I attended a private boys' prep school where I was a minority.
When you say minority, are you referring to Black, Jewish, Asian, Native American, gay, Muslim, or atheist?
No. I was one of the few Mormons attending my school.
Morons are a minority?
No. Larry. Mormons are a minority. Just like Scientologists. Ask Tom Cruise.
Wait a second. Morons. Or Mormons?
Larry. Mormons are an underrepresented class of Americans. Morons, on the other hand, are the American majority.
Fascinating. Me, as well as other Americans out there, are dying to know who is Mitt Romney and what kind of character and qualities does he bring to the table as someone who would serve as a possible president of the United States.
I am shady. You wouldn't trust me with your children under my care. I'll say and do anything to win your vote. And I'm a far cry from someone completely removed of Obama would represent.
So how can we make the distinction between you or Obama?
Larry, I have raised a great deal of money for my campaign and nomination for the office of the United States presidency, and Obama has raised a shitload. Americans will see this and know that I am the real hope and change for America.
Are you for real?
I am as real as a heart attack, and Obama is as real as a Mormon.
This is fascinating and profound. Let me go off the script here and say that I respect your party and its ideals. Now let me go on script here and ask you, how do you answer to the recent charges that you lied about your role in Bain Capital after 1999? Many critics feel it's important given past nominees' unblemished records that were running for the presidency.
Larry, this is old news like your career. I want to stay true to the American people like you have your 5 wives.
Mitt, how dare you? It is 6 wives. Or I think maybe 7 wives. I'm too old to count. We might need to take a break. I need my heart medication and my diaper needs to be changed.
Larry, I know many men that experience forgetting how many wives they have. The founder of my faith might have lost track at 30 or so.
30 wives? That's kosher. What faith is that?
It's Mormonism, Larry. We are the Church of LDS.
LSD? Great and powerful stuff. Reminds me of the 60s.
No, that is a drug that warps your perception of reality. Similar to the Church of LDS, though. Did you really take LSD when you were 60?
No. I meant the 60s, Mitt. It was popular during the 1960s. I was doing Viagra in my 60s, Mitt.
Oh. That makes sense. I'm doing Viagra too in my 60s. Why aren't you using it anymore?
I have not found a committed, monogamous, 8th wife to have sexual relations with inside of marriage.
Hey, I completely respect that, as well as some of my faith's leaders such as Joseph Smith and Brigham Young. I know it can be hard not having a wife.
No, it's not hard. I am not taking Viagra right now. Tell me more about having many wives within your faith. Are you telling the American public that there could be a first, second, third, fourth, maybe even 5th Lady of the United States,
Larry, I have one wife that I love and I am committed to. She has a tough job raising my kids. I could never outsource her job like all the other ones I have.
Is that one of your examples of how as president you will save American jobs?
That's one example, Larry. Americans can expect that kind of hard work and effort I will put forth as their president.
Are you saying that as a matter of policy if you were president, or because of your faith and as acting president, you can create more jobs for women such as being your next wife?
The credibility of my faith will reflect in my credibility as president. You can take that to the bank.
Didn't our current president say that already?
Yes, but I'm doubling down and putting up a possible future wife as collateral.
Why don't you just take one of my 7 ex-wives? I could write them off easily.
I find it would be much easier to write off the American people. Let's talk about your interest in Mormonism. You sounded bi-curious and wanting to know more.
I am just interested in the idea of having many wives. Tell me more about it within Mormonism.
That is just an old wives' tale. We do not practice that. What is a true tale is the story of Joseph Smith.
Tell me more about this person. He is considered the center of your religion. Why?
Larry. Joseph Smith was the American prophet who revealed more of the Old Testament to other Americans through the Book of Mormon and other added books to the Old Testament.
Sounds like a load of shit.
It is, but let's not forget. I am running for president and that is part of my job. Your heritage has a lot to do with my faith.
Yeah, you are right. Wait, my heritage? I am Jewish. Mormonism has to do with that.
Yes. Before the captivity of the Jews into Babylon in the Old Testament, a Jewish family escaped the promised land of America. A land of homogenized milk and dummies.
When you say dummies, you mean like morons.
No, Mormons didn't exist until after this event occurred.
I said, morons, Mitt. Morons.
Same thing. I just thought you would appreciate your heritage's connection to my faith.
I don't. I am afraid to say our time is up, Mr. Romney. Mine probably much sooner than yours. What would you like to say to America out there about your candidacy for president and some things you would like to achieve?
I promise to repeal Obamacare when I take office as president. I also believe that citizens such as Larry here will not have to divorce his wives. He can keep them all.
Wait. Off the record, I would vote for you if I can have all of my wives and more legally. On the record, you are an asshole, Mitt. I qualify for free Viagra under Obamacare. Do you know how hard it is going to be for me without that and all those wives if you win?
Not that hard, Larry, if I can imagine. Not hard at all. Thanks for having me on the show and asking the tough questions. I can see that even though you don't have Viagra, you won't go soft on me or your future guests.
Good night, America, and thanks for watching.